Hollow Knight. Widely recognized as one of the best Metroidvanias ever made, and has now become one of my all-time favorite games. This game is known for its beautiful hand-drawn art style, amazing soundtrack, lore, and most of all, its difficulty. Oh shit. With the release of Silksong less than 2 weeks away, I decided to revisit this game to collect all 63 achievements. Yeah, you heard me right. Despite the little time I have to work with, I got straight to playing, which commences phase 1, 112% the entire fucking game. Yes, not 100%, 112%, because over time, the game received 4 DLC updates post-launch, which added that extra 12% to the original 100% in the base game. With that being said, going into this challenge, I was pretty cocky, because I already played through this game once a couple of years ago. However, I barely even scratched the surface of what this game had to offer, and honestly, I didn't remember too much about this game, and not to toot my own horn or anything, but I'm kind of a Souls expert if I do say so myself. So after relearning the controls and doing a bit of exploring, I got my first achievement by collecting a charm. Yeah, first achievement. Charms are this game's equipment, which offers a way to customize your build and can change the way you play. There are a total of 40 charms in this whole game that I'll need to collect, so finding one this early on is good. I explored further and encountered a couple of NPCs, such as our buddy here, Cornifer, who is a cartographer that sells maps of each area in the game. Not only is it useful for me so I don't get lost, but there's also an achievement I can earn by acquiring a map of every area in the game. So I bought the map for the first area, the Forgotten Crossroads. Furthermore, I purchased the stag station of this area, which is this game's fast travel system. There are a total of 11 stag stations throughout Hollowness, and one of them is hidden. There are also 2 achievements relating to purchasing these stations, so it's a win-win. I unlock fast travel, and I get achievements later down the line from purchasing them. Moving on, I encounter my first boss, the False Knight, who might be one of the biggest frauds I've ever encountered. This guy was cookies and cream, and after 2 minutes of boxing with this dude, I got an achievement for defeating him. Easy. Shortly after defeating the False Knight, I fought another boss, the Gruzmother, who was stupid easy, and I did a bit more exploring down here in the Forgotten Crossroads. This little guy here is called the Grub, and unfortunately he and his 45 other siblings have all gone missing and are all over in different parts of Hollowness, and I have the task of rescuing every single one of them. Why? Well, because their dad, the Grub Father, might be one of the worst dads of all time. This dude is up there in the Hall of Fame of worst dads with Goku and Gon's fucking dad. Because how do you lose not 1, not 2, but all 46 of your damn kids? And on top of that, he has the audacity to not even search for them and instead has me doing his dirty work. But most importantly, if I rescue all 46 grubbies, I get an achievement in doing so. I then made my way into the next area, Green Path. In here I found a guy named the Hunter who gave me his journal, which is the equivalent to a Pokedex that I'll need to fill out as I play for an achievement. In addition to this, I encountered my next boss, Silksong, and after giving her an ass whooping, I got an achievement. Yay! Easy fight, easy fight. You guys may have noticed already, but I only have 5 HP, and in order to increase this, I gotta collect 4 mass shards, which are collectibles I have to find. So I spent some time exploring, buying new charms, getting new abilities, encountering more NPCs, fighting even more bosses, and eventually I found 4 mass shards, which earned me more health and my 4th achievement. Yay. This is Seer, one of the NPCs whose questlines I'm gonna have to complete. However, unlike a couple of other side quests, I actually get useful rewards out of doing her quests, and most importantly, I also get to earn some achievements along the way. I'm currently in an area called the Resting Grounds, which is easily the most peaceful place in the game. No, seriously, you won't find any enemies down here. Above all, this area has a stag station, and when I open up this station, I earn the connection achievement for unlocking half of the stag stations in the game. Yes, sir. Connection achievement. Stag stations aren't the only thing I've unlocked half of, because by this point in my journey, I've already found 20 charms, earning me another achievement. Oh yeah, enchanted. Let's go. Following this, I make my way into a new area known as the City of Tears. Bro, I love this fucking place. This is one of the best places in the game. You guys hear this shit? You guys hear this, bro? I'm hearing this shit. No, listen, like, listen. You may have noticed this giant circle next to my HP bar. That is my soul, and just like how I'm able to increase my health by collecting 4 mass shards, if I collect 3 soul fragments, I'm able to increase how much soul I'm able to store, and most importantly, I get an achievement. Yes sir, soulful achievement, yes sir. So as you guys can see, I now have a little ball, like an extra circle there next to my main soul icon. Basically it means I can store more soul now, which is very good. More soul equals more heals and more spells. Now that I'm way stronger, I backtrack my way to Green Path and go down to Mantis Village to fight one of the best bosses in the game, the Mantis Lords. I love this fight. It isn't too difficult. I actually beat them on my first try, and I almost did the entire fight without taking damage until I fucked up. I'm so ass. What am I doing? Oh, there you go. Nice. Not ass. You know, I almost did a no-hit, but then Loki started fumbling at the end. And there we go, the respect achievement. This isn't actually the 5th boss I fought up to this point. In fact, I've already given the smoke to a multitude of bugs. However, since it's a total of 47 bosses in this game, I'm not going to be talking about every single one of them for time's sake. I'm going to be talking about the ones that earn me achievements upon defeat and maybe ones that I think are worth mentioning. Nonetheless, something you guys need to keep note is that all these bosses will return at the end of the game. I then wasted no time and fought my next boss back in the City of Tears, the Soul Master, who is a bitch-ass bug who keeps teleporting all over the damn place. However, it wasn't enough to escape his demise, and I defeated him on my first attempt, earning me another achievement. Yeah, this guy is a fraud. Illumination. Subsequently, I made my way into the sewer system of the city, Royal Waterways, and down here I fight the Dung Defender who got absolutely shitted on. Oh shit. Yo, he looked caught me slacking, dog. It's all good though, because on my next attempt he didn't stand a chance. Nice. GG's. And just like that, with the Dung Defender defeated, the honor achievement is eaten. That sounded a lot cooler in my head. Shortly after, I went into an area called the Crystal Peak, and here I fight the Crystal Guardian boss who looks intimidating with all these lasers getting shot at you, but this fight is so free. On top of that, I saved a couple of more grubbies, which earned me another achievement for saving half of the missing grubs. Yes sir, Grub Fiend! That's right, I am a Grub Fiend! Everyone's remember my Grubby song. I eventually gathered enough essence to get my first achievement related to Seer's questline, which is collecting 600 essence. To complete her questline, I must collect 2,400 essence in total, which can be earned by fighting dream bosses, dream warriors, and from whispering roots, which are these little things. And if I hit them with my dream nail, red circles spawn all over the room I'm currently in, and I gotta collect them like if they were red coins in Mario. I continue exploring and end up in Kingdom's Edge, where I find a place called the Coliseum of Fools, which is basically one big gauntlet where you fight to the death. There are 3 different trials to do, and they get harder as you go up the levels. As intense as it sounds, it isn't too bad. The first 2 trials didn't take me too long, and I got tons of geo for completing them, and most importantly, I got achievements for completing the first 2 trials. I won't be challenging the 3rd one as of now. I'll worry about that later. You guys see this? You see the little dream effect? If I hit this with my dream now, I get sent to this area. Oh, what is this? And in here, I get to fight the Failed Champion, which is basically the dream boss version of the False Knight. The more difficult version, a more faster version. Now, I've actually didn't beat this one in my first playthrough of the game, but I did fight it like 1 time. Because, yeah, let's get this dub. I kid you not. To this day, even after completing the entire game, this is the boss I spent the most time on. I spent 2 hours fighting this guy, and trust me when I say this, I have a lot of patience when it comes to refighting the same boss over and over again, but it was just something about the Failed Champion that just made me start losing my shit. With enough perseverance, I eventually took him down, earning me the Strength achievement. Oh my god. Holy shit. Holy shit. Finally, dude. Fuck that boss, bro. Down in the deepest parts of the hollowness is the Ancient Basin, where I come across the Broken Vessel, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this. The fight lasted less than 30 seconds. Yeah, the Broken Vessel's on fraud watch, bro. Before finding my next achievement related boss, I spent some more time exploring, collecting items, collecting essence, fighting mini bosses, and eventually once I was ready, I made my way back to Kingdom's Edge to refight Hornet because apparently her ass whooping back in Green Path wasn't enough, so I accepted a rematch and taught her another lesson. Wow, Hornet, you are a fraud. Since I'm now near the end game, I have to kill these 3 guys known as Dreamers, and they are the seals preventing me from entering the final boss. They can be found in different areas of the game, so I decided to start by knocking out my first Dreamer, Hera the Beast, who can be found in Deep Nest, aka the worst area in the fucking game! Oh my fucking god. Bro! Guys, apparently I have not been recording, like I think my Streamlabs crashed or something. But it hasn't been recording anything that I've done. So, oh my fucking god, bro. I wish I was making this up, but like y'all just heard, my recording software just stopped doing its job and it didn't record anything I did in the past hour. So, for a little quick recap, I defeated my first Dreamer and got an achievement for it. I got another achievement for redoing the Trial of Warrior. However, at the end of the trial, Zote, the fraud, appeared, and defeating him earns me the Rivalry achievement. I also got the Happy Couple achievement by allowing the Nailsmith to hang out with the Nail Master back in Green Path. And last but not least, I started working on one of the DLCs, the Grim Troop DLC. By getting the Grim Child charm and eliminating threats at certain parts of the map, I was starting to prepare for the boss fight of the DLC. More on that later. Recap over. For now, I make my way into a brand new area known as Queen's Garden, and it's actually the last area I need a map for, so one purchase later, the Cartographer achievement is mine. Cartographer is me. I am a cartographer. We got the Cartographer achievement. Along with finally having every map in the game, by this point I've also unlocked 10 stag stations, which unlocks me the secret 11th station, and once I go there, I get the Hope achievement for unlocking every stag station, and I collect the final soul fragment I need to get the World Soul achievement. And World Soul achievement, let's go, double achievements, let's fucking go. And by this time, I've also gathered 1,800 essence, which earns me the Awoken Dream Nail and the Awakening achievement. Yes sir, let's go! Once again, I backtrack my way into the City of Tears to fight the Collector, who has this weird obsession with grubs, and after defeating him, I got an achievement. Oh yeah, easy! Obsession achievement achieved! After doing manual labor all over the map for this weirdo named Grim, he challenges me to a dance. I enjoyed this fight a lot, and after boxing with Grim for around 15 minutes, I finally got the dub. Easy! Go out into the darkness, harvest the last lingering embers of this kingdom, then return to me and we will complete our dance. Oh shit, we have to do a rematch? Yeah, let's go! Grand Performance Achievement! Yeah, there is a second fight, and little did I know, it was a lot more difficult than the first one. As of now, I don't really gotta worry about it. So after the fight, I spent some time doing more manual labor for Grim, and I ended up in some place called the Hive. Yeah, like the dead Minecraft server. In here, I encountered a boss known as the Hive Knight, and just like a majority of the bosses in this game, it wasn't enough to take me down, and I beat him on my first try. Exiting the Hive, I decided to do a quick side quest for the Grey Mourner, and I basically became a delivery boy. What exactly am I delivering? A delicate flower. However, there's a catch to this. Here's the catch. I cannot get hit a single time throughout this journey of this delivery, because if I get hit once, I have to redo the whole fucking process again, no matter how close or how far I am from the end goal of this delivery. Yeah, it sucks. And on top of that, I can't use stag stations, so I have to go on foot. In case you're wondering how far I have to travel, I have to go from here to here. It's quite a distance, so in preparation for this delivery, I killed every big enemy in the path that I'll be taking. And after carefully navigating my way through the map, I made it to my destination. I'm here! I made it, let's go! First try, okay. Now, I didn't do this work for free. As a reward, I got an achievement for the delivery, and I got my final mask shard. I did that? Yes, sir. Mask achievement, acquire all mask shards. Yes, sir. I then made my way back to the Soul Master's corpse, and just like the False Knight, I'm able to fight a buffed version of the Soul Master known as the Soul Tyrant, and on my third attempt, I took him down. And the same goes for the Lost Kin, which is the buffed version of the Broken Vessel. You would think the Lost Kin would be, you know, more difficult than the Broken Vessel, but no. They are both frauds. Oh yeah, let's go. After defeating the Lost Kin, I finally gathered over 2,400 essence, meaning I can complete Seer's questline, and in doing so, I unlocked Seer's final achievement, Ascension. Ascension, yes sir. Wait, those are bro's final words? Wait, he died? Oh, I should have read his fucking dialogue. I did not know bro was gonna die. After that tragedy, I made my way inside the teacher's archives in Fog Canyon because in here is another dreamer. But before I can even destroy her, I must take down the threat that protects this foul creature. That threat's name is Umu. Oh wow, never mind. I take back everything I said. Umu is a phony. Thanks for the assist, Squirrel. Goodbye, dreamer. I'm sorry. Goodbye. I think I should get an achievement now. Yes, sir. The teacher achievement. Destroy Monomon, the teacher. Before making my way to the third and final dreamer, I spent one final moment with Coral at Blue Lake to say my goodbyes. Spent a final moment with Coral. Wait, is bro dying? On the way to the final dreamer, I rescue one last grub for the Metamorphosis achievement. Hunt is over. The final grub. Yeah, let's go. I've rescued all the grubs. Let's fucking go. Finally. Immediately after, I fought the Watcher Knights, who were extremely easy, and then I destroyed the final dreamer. I'm sorry I had to be this way, my friend. And I now have access to the Black Egg Temple, and yes sir, the Watcher achievement is mine! And now that I've defeated all three dreamers, I now have access to the White Defender fight, which is just the Dung Defender, but buff, basically. So, let's go, let's do it. Oh fuck, that attack. No. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh, let's go! First shot! Holy shit, that was close. It was a really close fight, but in the end I came out on top. Afterwards, I made my way back to Queen's Garden to take on the Traitor Lord, although I wasn't going in this fight alone because the homie Cloth slid through and we took him on together. Yeah! Oh shit! Cloth the GOAT! Yo! Oh yeah! Bro, why does everyone I fuck with in this game die, bro? Everyone that I fuck with dies! They either die or they leave me, bro! In spite of Cloth's death, I couldn't let such a tragedy bring me down, and I continued moving forward. I met my mom, and she gave me half a charm. The other half can be found from my dead dad. Where do I find him, to be exact? Well, back in the ancient basin, there is a corpse in white armor, and if I hit it with my dream nail, it sends me to this beautiful place known as White Palace. Don't let the scenery fool you. This place is absolute torture. There are basically no enemies in this area. However, traversing through this place is so painful. It's literally your average Kaizo Mario Maker level. And what sucks is that there are little to no benches to be found. So if you die, your setback will be pretty far. Oh, fuck! Oh my god. After many trials and errors, I eventually made it to the throne of the Pale King and claimed the other half of the charm, which is actually the 39th charm in my collection, and the final charm can be found in the Abyss. By having enough HP, I can activate this door that will open up to this gorgeous small area full of lifeblood and spikes. And now that I've gotten all 40 charms, all I gotta do is go back to Salubra and tell her the good news. However, before I go, there's an achievement I can get down here. With the King's Soul charm acquired, if I go to the bottom of the Abyss, a little cool segment starts playing, and by the end of it, I get my 38th achievement. Oh shit, no! Oh shit, let's go! So by this point, as you guys have seen, I've gotten every single charm in the game. All of them. And if you guys notice, I have not gotten the achievement yet. And that's because I have to be here at Salubra's. And if I talk to her, I have to buy her blessing. A special blessing from Salubra. See what it is. Time. Salubra's blessing. A boon bestowed by charm lovers Salubra. Those blessed are followed by beauty and love. That's it? Our blessing is a kiss? It's a curse. That is not a blessing. That's what I'm fucking saying. That's a fucking curse. Do you guys remember the Hunter's Journal I vaguely mentioned early on in the video? Well, by this point of the game, I've gotten almost every enemy and boss entry I need for the journal. The only ones remaining are a boss and enemy that can only be found in the third and final trial at the Colosseum. So I made my way to the Colosseum to challenge the third trial, and after a bit of time, I was able to complete it, earning me the Keen Hunter achievement for recording every enemy entry and the Fool achievement for completing the Trial of Fool. When I beat the Trial of Fools. Yeah, let's go. Yes. Fuck yeah. And Fool, complete the Trial of Fool. Yes, sir. Back-to-back achievements. Holy shit. Even though I've gotten every creature entry, I still need the Hunter's Mark for my journal, which can only be achieved if I've deciphered every enemy description. To do that, I gotta kill a certain number of enemies to decipher the description. In case y'all are wondering how many entries there are 144 entries required to complete the journal. I'm only missing 10 descriptions. So I spent some time killing the last couple of enemies I needed, and when I finished filling out their entries, I went back to the Hunter to earn my achievement. Oh yeah? I got the Hunter's Mark? Yay! I got the achievement! Woo! I then went back to Dirtmouth to fight Zote. No, not this Zote. This Zote. God, what the hell? What the fuck? Yeah, this is Zote's dream fight, and honestly, one of the few dream bosses that got a huge buff in comparison to the original fight. After a couple of embarrassing attempts, I defeated Zote once again. Nice. The next boss I'm gonna fight though isn't as silly. Remember earlier when I said there's a second Grim fight? Well, this is it. Oh. Whoa. Hey, whoa. What the? What the hell? Yeah, Nightmare King Grim is no joke. I spent the next 30 minutes getting absolutely railed by Grim until I decided to call it quits for the night because it was late as hell. The very next morning though, Grim was not ready. You know who wasn't ready? Fucking Streamlabs, because once again, the recording got fucked. However, this time, instead of randomly dying on me, it turned into a fucking slideshow. I was so heated to find out that my recording went to shit. You guys see the length of this recording, right? 39 minutes? That's how long it took me to beat Nightmare King Grim. I'm not kidding. Unfortunately, my original reaction is gone, but you guys will see me fight him again in due time. Trust me. With every charm collected, every grub saved, and every boss defeated, all that's left for me to do is to defeat the Hollow Knight. Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, I almost forgot about Mr. Mushroom. Man, who the fuck is Mr. Mushroom? This is Mr. Mushroom. All there is to him is that I gotta talk to him in 7 different locations, and once I do, I get a little secret cutscene once I beat the game. Yeah, that's all there is to him. Anyways, let's go fight the Hollow Knight. I set the Hollow Knight free, and honestly, for a final boss, he's pretty fucking easy. However, in the near future, I'm gonna have to fight a harder version of him. For now, let me just admire this fight. The music, beautiful. The boss, cool. And most importantly, Hornet came in with the assist, and I said, fuck that, and slapped a little dumbass out of my face and took matters into my own hands. I'm sorry, Hornet. Sorry I didn't accept your help, but it had to be this way. Goodbye. I am becoming one with the Hollow Knight. I am the Hollow Knight! Now you dumbass, you just killed Hornet. Now there won't be a Silksong. Now there will be, don't worry, I took care of that. After defeating the Hollow Knight, I watched the short ending cutscene and got the Sealed Siblings achievement. This is actually one of the 4 different endings that I need to get. As you haven't seen, no, but I forgot. All right, let's go. Once the credits finished rolling, I saw the Mr. Mushroom cutscene. GG's in the Passing of the Age. Let's fucking go. Let's go. 2 teams back to back, the Sealed Siblings and Passing of the Age. Let's fucking get it. Oh shit, what the? Mr. Mushroom? Where's he going? Yo, where's Mr. Mushroom going? And I got the completion achievement for 100%ing the game. And there we go, Chad, the completion achievement! Like I mentioned at the start of the video, to fully complete this game, I need 112%, which includes the real final boss and the Pantheons, which I'll talk about in a bit. For now, I refought the Hollow Knight because the second Hornet comes in with the assist. I'm actually able to hit the boss with my Dream Nail, which will take me to the real final boss. VOD watchers, skip 4 hours. VOD watchers, stay in your seats. Looks like it's time for me to get super serious. Oh shit! Is this the bug son? Oh shit! Oh, thank God I'm full HP. Oh, well, okay, that motherfucker does. Oh, shit, that wrong dash, wrong dash. Oh, okay, that was a... The Radiants don't play, but holy shit, this fight is so cool. And after dying for 30 minutes straight, I climbed my way to the top of the battlefield and landed the final blow. Easy! Fuck yeah! Oh, this is a phase 2. Wait, hold on. Is there a phase 2? Oh yeah! Look at this! Is that Hornet? Is that Hornet Shade? Oh shit! What the hell? However, unlike the previous ending cutscene where it was all fun and games, this cutscene on the other hand, it was a bit tragic. Hornet. Silksong. Are you alive? Wait, did I die? Silksong! Is this why they made a sequel? Wait, what does this ending mean? Did I sacrifice myself? Dream no more! Yeah! It's now time for me to talk about the Pantheons, which is really the actual endgame of the game. The Pantheons, located in Godhome, are essentially a boss rush mode. There are 5 of them in total, and to do the final one, I must complete the first 4 first. The first 4 Pantheons all have 10 bosses, and the last boss in each of those are completely unique and new bosses that are exclusive to Godhome. And once I complete those 4, I can access the 5th Pantheon, which is the embodiment of pain and suffering. Because unlike the previous 4, in the 5th Pantheon, I gotta fight all 47 bosses in a row with little to no breaks, and every single boss in there has gotten a buff. Whether it's a new arena, more damage, or a whole new concept, my point is that every boss has gotten more difficult. And if that wasn't enough, if you die at any point in these Pantheons, you gotta restart from the beginning every single time. No, fuck. Anyway, enough yip yap, let's get into these Pantheons. The first 2 Pantheons weren't anything too bad, since the majority of the bosses in these ones were the game's easiest bosses, although the last boss in both the first and second Pantheon did throw me off a bit. However, they weren't anything too difficult and I eventually defeated them. Nice, let's fucking go. Bow down. Yes sir, pay our respects, and the second Pantheon is complete. Inspiration achievement is now mine. The third Pantheon though is when I started to sell a lot more, mainly on the final boss, which is none other than Sly. Even though he might be small, Sly got hands, he's fast, got good range, and on top of that he's small as hell, so hitting him can be a bit of a pain if you aren't careful. It did take me some time, but I beat him and I was able to move on to the 4th Pantheon. Nice! Finally! Holy shit, let's go! Pantheon 3 is complete! The focus achievement is mine! Honestly, this Pantheon wasn't too bad, except for the final boss. Remember when I said that I'd be fighting a harder version of the Hollow Knight? Well, here he is. Your vessel, okay. Ah, fuck, I dodged left and not right. Fuck. Yeah, he's a lot faster, a lot stronger, and a whole lot cooler. However, my determination was skyrocketing and I wasn't going to be defeated over a little buff given to the baby boss known as the Hollow Knight. Luckily, there is a room called the Hall of Gods, which allows you to fight any boss you want without having to go through the Pantheons. It's basically training for the actual Pantheons. And after spending around an hour fighting the pure vessel over and over again until I felt confident enough, on my very next attempt, victory was mine. Yes! First try, baby! Fuck yeah! Fuck Fuck yeah! I'm the GOAT! Yeah! Only an hour, like barely an hour over the stream. Holy shit, my heart is actually racing. Oh my god. Well, my heart's actually racing. I'm not making this shit up. Oh my god. Fuck yeah! Let's go! However, as you guys saw, I only got the achievement for completing the 4th Pantheon and not one for getting 112%. Well, that's because for my save file to be at 112%, I gotta beat the game again, which means I just gotta refight the Hollow Knight real quick. Goodbye, Hollow Knight. Goodbye, Hollow Knight! And hello, 112%! Okay, come on. There we go. Come on. Come on. Yeah! 112%! Fuck yeah, let's go! GG's! Look at the W's in the chat, y'all. Oh my god. And just like that, phase 1 is complete. I've officially 112%ed the entire fucking game. I've gotten 53 out of 63 achievements. Only 10 remain, which contain the game's most difficult and brutal challenges. It's now time to commence phase 2, the final 10. Oh wait, what's that? I need how many likes for part 2? Man, what the? Alright, I want y'all to hear me closely. I may have underestimated how long these achievements would take me to get, and unfortunately I wasn't able to complete my goal of getting all of them before the release of Silksong. Now, I already talked about this on my Discord, and for those who aren't in it, join it. But I made an announcement talking about this since my original idea was to finish this before Silksong. I don't know when this video is going to be out. It's either going to be out before or after Silksong. Either way, my point is that I'm going to be making a part 2 of this video, and it's going to be about me getting the rest of the achievements, such as beating the game in Steel Soul mode, completing Pantheon 5, the speedrun achievements, and the other miscellaneous achievements I missed during my main playthrough. In fact, I'm already working on a couple of these achievements, and I streamed this game over on my Twitch, so make sure to check it out. I just want to apologize for the cliffhanger on the achievement hunt. I'm not really big on making part 2s in my channel, but in this case, I feel like making a video strictly about 112%ing the game and making a separate video on Pantheon 5 and Steel Soul mode would kind of make sense and be a good idea. But I'm mainly doing this because of time, and I would really want to play Silksong. And if I was able to get all 63 achievements before Silksong, then I would have 100% included them in a single video. But I think making a video with the hardest challenges the game has to offer could be its own good video, you know? Anyways, once again, I apologize for the cliffhanger, and I promise y'all part 2 of the video will be out soon. Make sure to check out my socials in the description of the video, and as always, I appreciate all the love and support y'all show me. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao!